Evil rarely announces itself. Most of the time, it arrives politely. With uniforms. With laws. With flags. And when it finally reveals its true face, it's already too late for many. This is not the story of a woman who wanted to fight a war. It's the story of a woman who refused to look away. A woman who began by saving lives. And ended by taking them back. This is the story of Nancy Wake. Nancy Wake was born in 1912. She grew up restless, independent, and unwilling to accept the place the world tried to assign to women. As a young journalist in Europe during the 1930s, she witnessed something most people chose to ignore. She saw Jewish families humiliated in the streets. She saw fear normalized. She saw how cruelty becomes routine when no one resists it. She later said she knew war was coming. Not because of speeches or weapons. But because of silence. When Nazi Germany invaded France, the transformation was immediate. Neighbors disappeared. Curfews became normal. Children learned to stay quiet. Nancy was living in Marseille with her husband, Henri Fiacre. They could have left. They didn't. Instead, Nancy joined the French resistance. At first, her role was quiet. Delivering messages. Hiding refugees. Guiding Jewish families and children to safety. Children were the hardest. Too small to understand why they couldn't cry. Too young to know why they had to leave their parents behind. Nancy learned to lie gently. To promise things she couldn't guarantee. But she kept going. As her network grew, so did the danger. The Gestapo began hunting her. They called her the White Mouse. Because she escaped every trap. She forged documents. Crossed borders. Walked past soldiers who would have killed her on sight. She saved hundreds. Children. Messengers. Resistance fighters barely older than boys. Each escape made the net tighter. And then, the cost arrived. Nancy was forced to flee France. Her husband stayed behind. The Gestapo captured him. They tortured him. Not because he talked. But because they hoped she would come back. She didn't know. Henri Fiacre was executed. Nancy would only learn this after the war. That knowledge would change everything. Nancy didn't collapse. She hardened. She joined the British Special Operations Executive. She trained as a soldier. Weapons. Sabotage. Assassination. Then she was parachuted back into occupied France. This time, she didn't just save people. She fought. She led guerrilla units. She planned ambushes. She destroyed supply lines. There are confirmed accounts of Nancy Wake killing Nazi soldiers in combat. She never celebrated it. She considered it necessary. Nancy Wake became something the Nazis couldn't control. A woman they underestimated. A leader they couldn't track. She didn't fight for revenge alone. She fought to make sure fewer children would need saving. Her war ended not with applause, but with exhaustion. She survived. Many did not. Nancy Wake once said, "I don't see why we women should just wave our men goodbye and then knit them socks." She saved lives. She lost everything. And when mercy was no longer enough, she fought back. Her story forces a difficult question. At what point does survival become resistance? And when does resistance turn into vengeance? Nancy Wake didn't claim to be pure. She claimed to be necessary. She was not a symbol. She was human. Human after all. History remembers wars by victories and defeats. But humanity is remembered through the people who refuse to surrender it.